the reason Paddy the Baddy gets as big as he is because of this mental disorder. I strict this for about 10 weeks before that fight. Like, I would have a little cheat meal on a Saturday, but the closer we got to the fight, 4 or 5 weeks out, I was just eating so clean to where right after, I'll order 2 cheeseburgers, some appetizers, and just eat until I'm so uncomfortable and so much pain.
Oh, my God. Look at Paddy. I'm going to send you a video, Jamie, this dude.
You were, like, beefing with, like, Paddy the Baddy.
The quality of the fighter he is, man, come on, please. Don't even compare me to that boom, because we are on different levels and everyone can see that. He was very disrespectful to me, to my country, to all my people. And he said something. Now I understand why the Russians put the bombs in Georgia. When you start to joke about that kind of things, just make sure that we don't find each other anywhere, because I'm going to take your fucking head off. He wants to build his hype laughing on people. And that's not the way I'm looking to build a hype.
Right. You know what I mean? Terrorize is just a word we use every day. I don't know if where the language barrier is, you think that means war. But, like, if it is, go and learn proper English, Ilya, because it's not. You know what I mean? Like, I know Spanish is your first language, lad, but go and learn proper English. Because as I say, it was just an off-the-cuff comment. After it, though, I did say, I was like, listen, if anyone's interpreted that the wrong way, I'm sorry, but it never meant that. You know what I mean? And I can remember speaking to Gaethje about it. Like, I had a full conversation with him. And that was after Ilya had tried to steal it on me, tried to jump me. And I'll be honest, that was in Anaheim, I think. He come over to me when I went to the toilet, just me and him on our own, and I was thinking, this could go off here.
Yeah, he has. Right? But we always knew he was a good fighter, know what I mean? Like, that's sort of what pisses me off about him. Even though I hate him and I think he's a bellend, like, I wouldn't lie and say he's a shit fighter, because he's not. But that's what he says about me. And it made me laugh when he said, what did he say? He called me fat. That's like, lad, you can't make your weight division anymore that you are champion of, and you're trying to call me fat.
That's why.
They're in negotiation right now.
That will be a massive one. Spain.
In Spain.
Against that pimple.
What happened with you two? Because I saw the video where you guys are yelling at each other. Was it in a hotel or something?
Yeah, he said something about Georgia.
Oh, he said something about your country.
Yeah.
What is that?
He said, like, now I understand why the Russians are bombing Georgia or something, like putting bombs in Georgia.
Whoa.
Like, bro,
whoa.
Don't joke with that.
Yeah,
you can joke about me. Say whatever you want to say about me. Whatever. He's a mushroom. He is this. He is that. Don't talk about war, because you don't know how is it.
We haven't seen two people genuinely dislike each other since Conor Khabib. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's always dead cordial and all right. Where I hate him. I absolutely hate him. I want to inflict pain on his life. You know what I mean? I'd like that fight to go 4 minutes, 50 seconds into the 5th round, and I've landed 907 elbows. And I've disfigured his face. You know what I mean? I don't want a quick knockout. I want to put him through pain.
Absolutely. The UFC just changed its entire future. New deal, new platform, new era. And right in the middle of it stands one man, Ilia Topuria, the undefeated Spanish-Georgian champion who's become a national obsession. The timing couldn't be more perfect. Spain is demanding its first UFC event, while Paramount prepares to launch its partnership with a huge debut card. And Ilia, sitting at the top, suddenly holds all the power. So the question now is, does the UFC take the risk to make history in Spain, or does it use Ilia to open a billion-dollar American era? Either way, this moment will redefine MMA forever. 2026 marks the start of something big, the Paramount era. For the first time in years, the UFC's biggest fights will air on a brand new stage. It's not just about TV rights, it's about power, money, and reach on a scale that even Dana White can't overlook. Paramount wants fireworks, fast. They want stars and stories that go beyond the cage, and Ilia fits that mold perfectly. Young, undefeated, fluent in multiple languages, and capable of turning whole nations into fans. He's everything this new era demands, a clean-cut killer who can headline a stadium or sell a subscription. But while Paramount is setting the stage, Spain still waits for its moment, and that's where things get complicated. For years, fans in Spain have been waiting for this. Ilia isn't just a fighter there, he's a symbol. MMA gyms are filling up, new promoters are appearing, the buzz feels like football season. Dana White has teased it for months, a possible UFC Spain event, maybe in Madrid or Barcelona, with talk of stadiums, even whispers about the Santiago Bernabeu. 50,000 fans chanting one name, it sounds like a dream. But timing is everything. Ilia's prime is now, not 2 years from now. If the UFC waits too long, the momentum fades. If they rush it, they risk a weak card that doesn't match the hype. Between TV contracts, American primetime, and travel logistics, Spain's dream fight faces real hurdles. Some believe the UFC will choose business over legacy and launch Ilia's next fight in the US for Paramount's debut, because while a Spanish stadium screams history, a Paramount main event screams money. At the same time, another battle is brewing in the division. Paddy Pimblett, the internet's chaos magnet, against Ilia, the calm killer. Two fighters who genuinely dislike each other. Years of tweets, interviews, and near altercations have built a rivalry ready to explode. Then there's Justin Gaethje, the people's brawler, always violent, always respected, and Arman Tsarukyan, the technical prodigy for purists. But skill doesn't always sell pay-per-views. The UFC stands at a crossroads between merit money and momentum, and each path leads somewhere different. Ilia, meanwhile, holds rare leverage. He's undefeated, marketable, and bilingual. 2 markets, 2 fan bases, endless possibilities. As champion, during a broadcast transition, he becomes the face of the brand. He can finally push for what he's wanted all along, to bring the UFC home to Spain. But Paramount wants its champion in America, under its bright lights, not European sunrise. Heritage versus ratings, legacy versus business. And then, out of nowhere, fans notice something strange. Ilia and his wife deleted old photos. No captions, no explanations, just silence. Speculation spread instantly. Was it personal stress or nothing at all? Ilia said nothing, stayed focused, kept training, kept smiling. His silence became its own statement, because when fighters stop talking, it usually means they're preparing for something bigger than gossip. Now, everything comes down to one choice: Spain or Paramount, legacy or launch. If the UFC takes him to Spain, it'll make history. If they keep him for Paramount, it'll cement him as the face of a new global chapter. Either way, there's no wrong move. Only timing, and timing in this sport decides everything. Because Ilia's prime is now. The fans are ready, the hype is real, the story writes itself. All that's missing is the announcement. Underneath all the business talk, the broadcast deals, and the rivalries, there's one simple truth. A young champion standing at the peak of his power, trying to decide how to use it. Ilia Topuria has built his legacy on silence and precision, letting his actions speak. Where others talk, maybe that's why this story feels unfinished, because it's still unfolding. We don't know who or where he'll fight next, but when the cage closes, we all know what happens. No noise, no distractions, just focus and control. And if history has taught us anything, it's this: when Ilia Topuria moves, the entire world moves with him.